Good morning, everyone. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning to you. Welcome to the Traveling Tarot. This is your daily psychic forecast for Saturday, September 28th, 2019. My name is Stephen Dillard Carroll, and as you are watching this morning, I am probably running around Wiley Post Park with my head cut off, trying to meet the needs of all of my vendors today, trying to make sure that they are safe, secure, comfortable, and ready to vend for you guys. So if you are in the Oklahoma City area, do come by our 7th annual Oklahoma City Pagan Pride Day, which is at Wiley Post Park, which is on South Robinson here in Oklahoma City. We would love to see you down there. I won't be doing any readings. Like I said, I will be running around trying to make sure all of our vendors are well taken care of, and but there will be plenty of really top-notch readers there that will be happy to be of good and positive assistance to you. Not only will there be readers there, not only are there readers there, but there's a lot of different kinds of vendors that are there. We have crystal people, of course. We have hippie people, clothing people. We even have workshops and classes built around various different things with and without within the pagan community and without. In fact, I think we even have a cannabis class going on today. Yes, it is on brand for all of us hippies, but still, it is, medical marijuana is legal here in Oklahoma, so why not have a class on cannabis? So, like I said, if you're in the Oklahoma City area, do stop by today. We are here from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. today, and we're going to have a good time today, so please do stop by. Yeah, and while you're there, go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe to this channel. And while you're there, go ahead and share this video. Share this video with people that you know would benefit from a little bit of encouragement this morning, a little bit of enlightenment this morning, a little bit of empowerment this morning. People that would benefit mostly from a whole heck of a lot of unconditional love and light, because that is certainly what we are about on this channel. So this is a reading for the collective today, as it is every day, and my hope for you this morning is that you can glean something good and positive from all my videos, regardless of your current circumstance. And at the very least, you finish this video feeling emboldened and feeling empowered and feeling like you can make good and positive choices and good and positive changes in your life so that you can live the best life possible. So, with all of that being said, let's get into today's storyline. We have a major plot, we have a major thoroughfare for today, and we have two subplots that we'll need to look at as well for today. So our main plot line today is brought to us by the Moon. Okay, the Moon card. This is nice. The Moon card. Archangel Haniel, H-A-N-I-E-L. I assume that it's pronounced Haniel, Archangel Haniel. And the Moon card says the opportunity to improve your plans. Listen to your intuition for accurate guidance. Face your fears and grow stronger. I love it. 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 The Moon card. There we are. Thank you, Archangel Haniel. We will dive into that a little bit more deeply as the reading goes on. But we have two more subplots to look at for today. And our first subplot is brought to us by the Five of Raphael. The Five of Raphael, of course, is represented by the Five of Cups in our good old Rider-Waite deck right here. So there's our Five of Raphael. And the Five of Raphael is saying everything happens for a reason. Release regret and embrace the opportunity for happiness. Search for the silver lining. Interesting. This may have to do a little bit with our Three of Michael card that we had yesterday. So we'll see if there's any connection with that. But we have one more subplot to focus on today. And our last subplot for today is brought to us by... Oh, okay. It jumped out, so we're using it. It is, ladies and gentlemen, the Lover's card. Love, love, hooray for love. Who is ever too blasé for love? Speaking of which, our weekly love forecast is tomorrow, where we only focus in on love. So if you are looking for love or looking for answers about love or looking to strengthen up some love in your life, please do check us out tomorrow for our weekly love forecast. But in the meantime, we have the Lover's card as our second and final subplot, and it is Archangel Raphael. And Raphael is saying to us today, make choices from your heart. Deeply emotional commitments, the power of love. Fantastic. Fantastic. So, let's dive in. The Moon card, the opportunity to improve your plans. Listen to your intuition for accurate guidance. Face your fears and grow stronger. I want to focus in on those last two sentences. Listen to your intuition for accurate guidance. You know, as I said today, Pagan Pride Day is going on right now as we speak. And there's a lot of readers out there that are chomping at the bit to be of good and positive service to you today. But if you're unable to make it to Oklahoma City today, the encouragement here is that we all have that psychic ability. It's an innate ability that is born within each and every one of us when we are incarnated on this physical plane. The problem is through time and conditioning by big people. I call adults big people when we're talking about children's perception of adults. We lose perhaps our ability to tap into the knowing, which is what I call it. I call it the knowing. We perhaps lose a little bit of that ability to tap into the knowing. It's always there. It's always, always, always there. It's just that it isn't used by most people in the way it should be used by most people. I always say that I am not a superhuman person. My name is not Wonder Woman, although I wish it were. That has everything to do with my absolute love for Wonder Woman. But I'm not a superpowered human. I am simply a human being. I am no more powerful or stronger than any other random Joe Schmo or Jane Schmaine on the street. I just go to the quote-unquote psychic gym most every day to work that psychic muscle. It's the only muscle in my entire body that I actually work on a regular basis. But that power of the knowing is within all of us. It's time for us to listen to it. It's time for us to trust our gut feeling more. It's time for us to tap into the knowing more. It's time for you guys to put me out of business. quite frankly, I would love nothing more than the whole world opens up to their own psychic abilities and believes in their own psychic abilities and trusts in their own knowing and trusts in the knowing, because that would put me right out of business immediately, and I would love nothing more than that. But in the meantime, it's important for you, for all of us, to listen to our own intuition for accurate guidance. And that is so important, that sentence, the last part of that sentence. Accurate guidance. Our gut never, ever, ever leads us wrong. Our gut always directs us in the right direction. The other thing is facing your fears and growing stronger. The moon card is very much a hidden knowledge kind of a card. It's very much occult. It's very much psychic energy. It's very much a hidden kind of a card. And this is saying to face your fears and grow stronger from them. When we face our fears, we face that dark side of us, that hidden side of us, that side of us that perhaps doesn't like the light of day. The moon card is saying when we're in that moon energy, we're able to face those fears more directly and be able to see those fears for what they really are, for what they truly are. Because very often our fears aren't really fears, but more prejudices. And by prejudices, I mean prejudging a situation, prejudging other people, prejudging ourselves. And usually when we prejudge all of those things, we usually come out on the losing end of things. Fear comes from saying, I can't, or it's too big and I'm too small. That's where fear comes from. Fear comes from, or at least facing our fears and facing that unknown. Again, the moon card. Facing that unknown, that mysterious, that scary part of ourselves. When we face it and see it for what it really is, it turns out, odds are it will turn out to be a lot less than what we thought it was in the beginning. And the moon card is encouraging us to face those dark corners of our lives, see them for what they really are, accept them for what they really are, and then integrate them into our lives. Meaning the truth of whatever that fear is, that kernel of truth within that fear of, oh my gosh, I'm coming up with a blank as far as examples are going, but whatever that fear is, being able to say it no longer serves me, and maybe that is a better way of saying things. The truth of the matter is it no longer serves me. That kernel of truth is this is not real. It no longer serves me, and therefore I'm letting it go. And I'm going to grow stronger for having realized that truth, that illusion, seeing that illusion and seeing for what it really is, seeing the truth that is within that fear, seeing it for what it really is, and saying this illusion that I have created for myself no longer serves me, and so I am letting it go. The moon card today, the opportunity to improve your plans. Again, trusting your instinct, trusting your gut, trusting your knowing, trusting the knowing, trusting that it will lead you in the right direction to improving whatever good and positive plans you have going on. The moon card, we could all use a little bit more intuition in our lives. So that's what the moon card is saying to us today. And let's move on to the Five of Raphael. Everything happens for a reason. Release regret and embrace the opportunities for happiness. Search for the silver lining. The Five of Raphael is very much the Five of Cups card. And the Five of Cups card is looking back in regret. looking back in sorrow, looking back in pain. The Five of Raphael, whenever this card comes up, I always tell people the reason why you're not moving forward is because you're looking backward. Whenever you're looking backward, you can't see in front of you, and so you're either stuck so that makes you stuck in where you are right now. The reason why you aren't moving forward is because you're looking backward, over your shoulder. You're looking at what was instead of focusing in on what is. It's very, very, very important that we realize that everything happens for a reason. Yes, things may not have worked out the way that we wanted them to in our past, but it's because it was supposed to happen that way. And it kind of connects back to yesterday's reading, the Three of Michael, which was in the main position yesterday. The Three of Michael was saying, of course, the Three of Michael is the heartbreak card, and being able to release the past. And when you're in the middle of it, it's hard to say this happened for a reason. When you're in the middle of all of that grief, it's very hard to realize that everything happens for a reason, but it does. It's time to release your regret surrounding it. It's time to release the shoulda, coulda, woulda that surrounds it. It's time to see it for what it really is. That is coming through really, really strong and clear today, seeing things for what they truly are, seeing it for what it really is, and then taking that kernel of truth, like we've been talking about, and saying, this happened so that I could get to this truth. And now that I've gotten to this truth, now that I have that clear sight, now that I have that clear perspective, I can see that truth that I was supposed to be seeing all along. And I'm going to take that, integrate it into my life, and I can now move forward. I can leave all of that behind. Again, releasing regret and embracing the opportunities for happiness. As long as we're looking behind us, as long as we're in the shoulda, coulda, woulda space, as long as we are in the regret space, we can never move forward in happiness. And I feel like there is someone out there today that's watching this video and listening to me today that is wondering why they can't find happiness. The reason why perhaps is because you are looking back in regret instead of looking back in thankfulness. And that might be a really good way to release that regret, by looking at it and saying thank you that that happened. And I know that is hard, especially when what happened was not the greatest thing in the world. It is so hard to look at that and say thank you, because why be thankful for something that brought you pain? Why be thankful for something that brought you hurt? Why be thankful for something that brought you heartbreak? Be thankful that you were able to go through it, that you were able to learn from it, and that you were able to move forward from it. The only way to begin that process of learning and moving forward, or I shouldn't say the only way, a really, really, really good way to move past all of it and take the lesson that you're supposed to take from having gone through whatever heartbreak or pain that you've gone through, is simply by saying thank you. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you that I went through that. Even if you don't believe it, say thank you. Thank you for allowing me to go through it. Thank you for allowing me to feel what I felt. Thank you for allowing me that heartbreak. Say that enough, and over time it will be revealed to you why you went through what you had to go through. and you'll be able to learn from it and integrate the truth of that into your life and move forward and leave regret behind. Searching for the silver lining, I mean, I'm a Pollyanna, so I'm always searching for the silver lining, but that might not sing out to a lot of you, and that's okay too. But being able to learn the lesson, seeing it for what it really is, and being able to find the kernel of truth, that lesson that was within it, is so very, very important. So, yeah, let's move on to the Lover's card. Make choices from your heart, Archangel Raphael is saying. Deeply emotional commitments, the power of love. Quite frankly, this has nothing to do, at least today, this has nothing to do with anybody else but you. Being able to love yourself like you love somebody else. You know, the golden rule, you know, do unto others as you would have them to do unto you. Love yourself the way that you love other people. Because a lot of times, many of us will love other people deeply, but we can't love ourselves as deeply. And also, you know, going back to Mother Rue, her words of wisdom at the end of every Drag Race show: if you can't love yourself, how in the hell are you going to love somebody else? Can I get an amen up in here? This is saying you need to love yourself. You need to love yourself. You need to love yourself. Deeply emotional commitments, the power of love. Be deeply and emotionally committed to yourself today. That is singing out to me loud and clear today. Loving yourself. And we, by the way, for those of you that are new to this channel, we are all about unconditional love, but we start with ourselves first. Love yourself first. In fact, that's the banner of my particular YouTube channel. It says, love yourself. Love yourself first. And it's true, it's true, it's true. The Lover's card is screaming, love yourself, love yourself, love yourself, love yourself unconditionally today. Love yourself. Again, love yourself to trust yourself. Love yourself to face your fears. Love yourself enough that you can trust your intuition. Love yourself enough so that you can face your fears. Love yourself enough so that you can grow stronger. Love yourself enough to be able to let go of regret. Love yourself enough to want to move forward with your life. Love yourself enough to move forward in happiness. Love yourself enough to search for that kernel of truth, that lesson that is within every painful thing that we go through. Love yourself enough to consciously search for that truth, that life lesson. Love yourself, love yourself, love yourself. There's nothing more to say. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you for giving me, or for giving us, I should say. And by the way, I learn from these readings as much as I teach from these readings. So yes, they do help me as much as they help you. So thank you for teaching us all this lesson today. We will take it, we will use it, and we will apply it to our lives in the best way that we know how, and we will become better spirits for having done that. So now it's time for the nitty-gritty, and today we're going to do a 3-card spread as we do every day: morning, afternoon, midday, and evening card. And we're going to see if the universe has anything more specific that they want to share with us concerning this Saturday. So here we go. Morning, afternoon, evening. Lover's card came up again. We'll talk about it. Um, we'll start with the Five of Wands here. It's in the reverse position. When the Five of Wands comes up, it's generally the chaos card. It's generally the drama card, the conflict, drama, conflama card, but it's in the reverse position, which means you'll probably wake up this morning realizing that you have cut out a lot of the extra drama in your life, and good for you. You have cut out all the unnecessary conflict, all of the unnecessary confrontations, all of the unnecessary drama in your life. If you have done that, congratulations. Good for you. You did and are doing the right thing. Good. Keep doing that. Finding a place of peace is something that is all too rare these days. So being able to find that place of peace is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful thing. Continue to cut out the toxicity in your life. Continue to cut out the toxic people out of your life. Continue to cut out the toxic relationships and circumstances out of your life. Continue to work towards that, and you will be all the better for it. Now we're in the Ace of Pentacles. The Ace of Pentacles is also in the reverse position. Pentacle cards can sometimes direct us towards health issues. And I'm getting really strongly with this card that midday/afternoon, we need to start focusing in on our health more. We have worked on our mental and emotional health mental, spiritual, and emotional health by cutting out all the drama. Beautiful, beautiful, wonderful, mwah, fantastic. Now it's time to focus in on our physical health as well. Again, I already said at the beginning of of this video today that the only gym that I go to, the only gym you'll find me inside is a guy named Jim. I don't like going to the gym. I don't like exercising. The one muscle that I exercise every day is my psychic muscle, and that does not require any cardiovascular strength at all. So maybe it's time for me to head off to the gym as well. Maybe that's so. Maybe we can go together. Let's meet up and go to Planet Fitness. But this is saying it's time to focus in on our physical health as well. Don't leave that behind as we are, getting rid of the emotional, mental, and spiritual junk. As we're getting rid of all of that, let's also remember to keep our physical health a priority as well. And again, I'm preaching to myself as well with that. So again, as I said before, I learn and take as much from these readings as anybody else, and this card is certainly speaking to me as well as you, probably even more to me. It's like, put down that donut and do a push-up. All right, let's move on to the Lover's card. This is the final card for today. The Lover's card, it's the Rider-Waite interpretation of the Lover's card, the Archangel Raphael. It's interesting that third position cards have come up the same 2 days in a row. We've had the same card in the third position each and every day for the last 2 days, and that's wonderful. So this is just reiterating what I said. You've got to love yourself. You have got to love yourself. Love yourself, love yourself, love yourself. Love yourself enough to do what you need to do to live your best life possible. Love yourself. And I'm sorry for the glare. There we go. There's a Lover's card. Love yourself. Love yourself. Love yourself. Love yourself first, as the banner on our on my YouTube channel says. We're going to do our regular affirmator for today one more time. And again, speaking of love, make sure to tune in tomorrow for our love forecast for the next week. But while you're doing that, love yourself. So let's get into this affirmator. We'll shuffle one more time. And then we'll cut them. And our affirmator for today is spontaneity. This comes up a lot for us. Spontaneity. Spontaneity. Do you like spontaneous adventures of the highest caliber? The only acceptable answer to this question is yes. So buckle up, Charlie. You're about to take a wild ride through the unexplored, unconventional, and underrated. You're about to learn that yes is a magical word with the power to unlock new dimensions in space, time, and after-hours hangouts. Yes will lead you to experiences you didn't think possible and teach you that lifelong friendships are sometimes lurking just behind a karaoke singer's mullet. Say yes to yourself today. Say yes to your highest good. Say yes to your greatest good. Say yes to unconditionally loving yourself today. Say yes to yourself. Do not deny yourself one good thing today. Do not deny yourself one positive thing today. Say yes to yourself today. And while you're saying yes to yourself, love yourself. Love yourself fully. Love yourself completely. Love yourself wholly. Love yourself unconditionally. Love yourself first, and love yourself foremost, and everything else will fall into place. Have a fantastic Saturday, everybody, and I will see you tomorrow for our weekly love forecast. Bye-bye.